And also the 48 last paragraphs, and also goes like this. Complete the couples or the dear friends can break up for the most significant reasons, ending sometimes even in murder, seeing that all friendship and amity is so ephemeral. Remind yourself over and over again to treat everyone with love and the compassion. And that is the kind of the conclusions. Understand the nature of the transitory and impermanent, and also is like which is the friendship or the couple or companion, which is enmity and enemies. Really, we don't know. And sometimes there it says the couple or the dear friendship. Some in the small and things to break up, and then it's like become the most significant and like kind of enemies. And some is a reasons they are really hate each others. Then of course the ending is sometimes they murdered each other. And this kind of enemies is also impermanent. Friends is also impermanent. And all our appearances are the really nature of the transitory. And in this perspective, there's nothing kind of the existence of the permanent stabilities. And like this, there's nothing existent in the phenomena of the samsara nirvana. And everything is just like to tame and again say, or to remind our own self over and over, say, treat everything's, everybody's enemies and the friends is with our own love and compassions. And this is the most important. And also it's like when we look at the our inner life and also to others' life, good fortune and the deprivation and never last forever. There are many people who have started life in comfort and plenty and end up the poverty and the suffering. And also there is like a kind of the happiness and its unhappiness. And these two are the good fortune and the deprivation, and like kind of the uncomfortable and maybe different unpleasant situations. Good situation, bad situation, good condition, bad conditions. Everything is like impermanent. That is very necessary to know about that. And for the practitioner, understanding realization of the impermanent, and they understood that when there is something achievement achieved in this worldly, maybe become rich, become the famous, and receive some title, and it's got the positions, but they never ever become arrogant. Never think this is forever my positions, and this is forever my richness. Also, that concerning this is impermanent. When it's changed, I don't know. It is like this, and also it's like this doesn't make more like kind of arrogant or proud or disturbing emotions. And some is the realizator of the impermanence. Sometimes situations, maybe it looks like lost job, lost families, not many friends. Really, it's like whatever you do doesn't go well, and it looks like almost going in under the earth, but they never ever cries. That also, it is like impermanent. Today is like this, everything has changed. Maybe tomorrow is like this. Like a kind of, he said, the peoples who have the start lives at the beginning, very comfort, very like kind of successful. There are a lot of belonging, plenties. But sometimes they ended up, they finally, sometimes lost job, lost everything. Then finally it's like very much poverty and suffering. This kind of situations, very, very sad kind of my own experience. Before I often went in Malaysia, in the Penang. There's one guy called Louis. And first when he child, quite rich family, and then certainly his parents died, and he has this inhabitants. The portion they left over like parents is quite very rich. But then it's like he's using very funny way. He's traveling. It's not that handsome, but maybe it's like what he's doing. He spent there this and gives the money and is traveling and drink and using very strange way. Then slowly. Of course, when he's rich, he has a lot of friends, a family, and they are very kind, and his sponsors, they say, thank you very much, and you are so kind, you are a good friend. So, and he's a very fat guy, and it was funny, it's like, it's Danuta's first husband, it's called, he's Polish guy, it's a Ngong. And then it's like, he organized his best friend. And we went in the sea, often we would go. And once it's like we went in the sea, like rented the jet ski. Yes, you call the jet ski. It's like, how do you say, squid jet ski. It's fast. I like very, very much to do it. And when I very strong and took the hit to the wave, and then so while I can to fly, And then it's like we took me, and of course I'm a little bit mad. Behind there is one beautiful girl. And his daughter Anya was there. And she was behind me. Then I'm of course, and he's like written on. And then we arrested, look. And then it's suddenly we went. And we was very fast, but there's no sound. It doesn't come because you need to take it a little bit like this and falling down. And then suddenly we slowly stop, look, but far from there. Then the husband, he turned the power to put it very fast. He's so fat and fell into the ocean. And then his boat fell into the ocean, and this jet ski is like 21. And then it's like swimming, and then he's riding again, and then he said, come back. He's climbed, fell into, he's so fat. And then he said, fat guys, come on, don't sail. And this, I know him very much. That time is already he's going down. And someone says, like, now he's losing. Then finally he's become very, very poor in his street. And then he has a little bit kind of shelter and sleep in the street. And certainly there's fire. Whatever he has, he tried to like kind of get rid of fire, but fires fell into his head and he died. It's very, and sometimes it's like really inconceivable. And he was very, very rich families come through that. Then it's certainly the end, very much poverty and the sufferings kind of. Of course, like this, sometimes it looks like very poverty, like kind of poor, but certainly become the very much rich. And like this, there's everything is not really, it's like there's something. In this case, also, We need to realize it. And it's like everything is happy and sorrow in the relative things. And it's happy times we need to concern in the Dharma. We need to preparation for the impermanent. When we sorrow times, also we need to concern in the Dharma. We need to prepare for this, because in the relative, in the temporary, is a happy or the sorrow. So both is not really forever. It is impermanent. And when it's like something a little bit happy coming, do not need to be arrogant, proud. And there's something a little life is changing, maybe sick, maybe something complications. Don't need to like kind of suffering, crying, and everything is changeable. And it's the most important concerning again and again in the Dharma, and to really to make the accomplishment in this life to be the state of the perfect Buddhahood. And also it's like the other start out in outer mystery, misery, and are the later happy and well off. And maybe in under the upper of the life, probably has a lot of problems, maybe family, friend, and a lot, but slowly, it's the end of this, it's like miseries, everything's going aware. Later, it's maybe very, very happy and well off and become the well-being, and like this, everything is very much changeable. To constantly like this, continue like to, like how do you say, like treatment to all the appearances, treatment for all the appearances by the compassion, by the realization of the impermanent, and by the like kind of the understanding the general and the Dharma of the views is a wonderful. I want to stop there because it's too late. So now the TWOMPT. The ones is tomorrow is the organization said it's a holiday. And also it's a holidays, probably is this hour is a Sukkot, is everybody is a little bit serious, really want to looks like practice Dharma. And in this case, maybe you don't need to go to some other place or something. It's a little bit, you want to go home, you want to go to study, you want to make in the party some in the there, and like this, and whatever you want, and maybe also yourself to a little study, to prepare the questions, answer, and this is like this. Then tomorrow, maybe really, maybe not. It's if we are serious, we don't need to go to leg or something. But our swimming pool is not yet. But sorry, next like our general Buddhist course, surely we have. But I don't know, so most of you are here, and the next time is maybe a few weeks there is a swimming pool. Don't worry, but tomorrow a little bit to enjoy it. Maybe it's like maybe in the until now you really study quite very well, and also we need to practice Dharma. We need to practice to concern impermanent, but also we need to make happy ourselves. Also very important. Okay, so now the TWOMPT is